A night almost a year in the making and a long time coming. Professional volleyball has arrived in the United States, and it began right here in Omaha tonight as the Supernovas debuted against the Atlanta Vibe. A crowd of 11,642 on hand at CHI to see this historic match. It also set the record for the largest attended pro volleyball match in the United States. And they got their money's worth. The Vibe were vibing early. Extra points. That's Leah Edmond with the kill to take set one. Set two, same story. Supernovas blocking error. Hot Atlanta up 2-0. But the Supernovas mounted the comeback. Third set, Tori Dixon on the kill. Part of a 5-0 run to go up 18-11. Then in the fourth, then on the third, an Atlanta service error from Tori Dilfer-Stringer gave Omaha their first set 25-17. Fourth set, that's Jess Shaban-Landsman, the Iowa State product, on the big block. We're going to 5 sets here. You can't write it any better. Here's the Olympian, Bethania De La Cruz with the service ace. Supernovas 2 points away. It's 13-10, but Atlanta gets on the heater, closing on a 5-0 run. Dilfer-Stringer with the kill for the first match point in PVF history. Supernovas fall in 5 sets in the opener, but a major win for the sport of volleyball in the new federation.
It was amazing. It was epic. And if we would have won, we would have been celebrating that we won and that we had this epic event. And we didn't, but doesn't diminish the fact that we were part of history.
Supernovas back at it Saturday, February 3rd against San Diego.